This week we'll be covering arpeggios on the piano. Now in case you don't know what an arpeggio is, when we play a chord, whether you strum it on the guitar or play it all at once on the piano, that's just a regular chord. Once you separate those tones and play them either from the bottom up or from the top to the bottom, that becomes an arpeggio. So for instance, in a C major chord, the tones are C, E, G. When we play those separately, we just form an arpeggio with that chord. So it takes a really kind of plain sounding progression and turns it into something really, really cool. So whether it's like in classical, just sounds great, or if we're just playing a regular pop, it just makes it sound really cool. So let's dive in and just learn those two different types of arpeggios. So with any arpeggio, the first thing you want to do is really get a good fingering. And in the case of a major chord arpeggio, we're going to use our first three fingers playing the full chord. So in this case it's the C. We're going to want our C with our thumb, E with our second finger, and the G with our third. And then as long as we're continuing up to the next arpeggio, we're going to do under with the thumb. So that transition is really important. You don't want this, because then you get all your downbeats, all your tonics sounding really loud, and it's terrible. You just keep hearing all the C's. So you really want to make this transition as smooth as possible. And the same thing whether it's the D major. So D, F sharp, A, 1, 2, 3, and up to the next D, you want that cross under with the thumb. And the same thing with the E major, cross under with the thumb. F, all of them work exactly the same way. And then finally your B, until we get to the next C. So now let's see how that all works together. So remember, we're going to be going up in triplets, and there's 4 counts to the measure. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then we're going to hold the whole note. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, up to G, 2, 3, A, 2, 3, 4, and you can end on one last C. So eventually what you want to do is take out the whole notes. So you don't want to wait always 4 beats in between arpeggios, because in a Mozart sonata or a Beethoven sonata, they go straight up and down, so you want to get used to connecting them. So we're actually going to do 4 beats to each arpeggio, and as soon as we come up and down, you go to the next one. So let's try that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So one last tip to remember is that you don't always have to do arpeggios running up and down the piano. Sometimes adding an arpeggio to an existing melody makes a simple song sound absolutely beautiful. So in this case, we're going to take a rather common progression and just add arpeggios. We're going to repeat them just like that and add a little melody on top. So let's see how that sounds.